All right. All right, focus, focus.
Everybody focus.
All right, we are going to start right back into our biography unit. How excited are you guys for today?
Yes.
Oh, that was not good. How excited are you guys for today? Okay, so we have been learning a lot about biographies. Tell me some things that you guys have been learning. What have you been learning, Andrew?
We've been learning about like how to research and like search about like who we're looking for and like finding out more things like when they were born and when they died.
Perfect. So we've been doing lots of research using QR codes in our biographies to find out more things, find out really important things actually about these important people in history, right? What are biographies again? Olivia?
It's a true story about someone else, but someone else wrote it.
So it's a true story about someone that someone else wrote, right? Perfect. And what things are included in a biography? Hint, stuff that you've been looking at on your research page. Stuff that you've been researching. Marin? When they were born and when they died. If they are dead, we know Ruby Ridges, who Claire's doing, is still alive, right? What about you, Cora? What else have we been learning? What their job was. Perfect. What else?
What important things they did.
What important things they did, or their accomplishments, why they're important people in history, right? What else? What else is just thrown in there?
Their name.
Well, yeah, their name. What else? On your notes page, look. Some important facts, right? Just some interesting things that you guys learned while researching. And then we're also learning about some character traits that describe them, right? So today, you all are finished with your My Notes worksheet, or the majority of you are. You've done a lot of research. You did, wow, Andrew, he did took a lot of time into his research, front and back. So today we're going to start writing our rough draft. Right? If you take a look over here at the writing process clip chart I created for you guys, we're all down at the brainstorming, how we planned it out, we mapped it out, right? That was our research. We mapped it out. Now, today we're moving up to working on my first draft. So I'll have you guys move your clips in a little bit. But that's what we're going to be starting with today. So you guys have had tons of practice with rough drafts, right? What are some rough drafts that we have wrote in class? So we've mapped it out. We have done a lot of mapping. What are some rough drafts that we have created, or sloppy copies as we call them?
All About Me stories.
All About Me stories. What else, Olivia? Our hot chocolate books, our how-to books.
Our ones for our parents.
Your ones for your parents, your autobiographies, right? Elizabeth? Your best friend, and your out stories, right? So what do you think I'm going to do today? If you take a look what's on your desk, you have your My Notes, and you have your rough draft template that I have already made out for you guys. How do you think we're going to use our research to write our rough draft? Take a look at that. How do you think we're going to use our research, our notes, to write a rough draft? Russell?
I don't have one paper.
What paper?
That one.
The rough draft paper? Oh, thank you. Here you go. But how do you think we're going to use our research? How do you think we're going to use our notes to write a rough draft about this biography person you guys have been researching? Madison?
So you're going to take the information that's on here and put it on here.
Perfect. You're just going to transfer the information that you've been researching on your My Notes onto your rough draft. Now, so that we've done all our research, now I'm going to show you how we can write a rough draft. But first, let's do something really important. Let's write an I can statement. So we've done lots of research. Now today we're going to start the biography. So what's an I can statement that we can write? What is something that you can do after this lesson? This lesson's all going to be about rough drafts. So what do you think you're going to be able to do? Annabelle?
So you're going to be able to do, like, the next time you write, we can...
But for today, what are you going to be doing? We're going to be taking our research, and what are we going to be able to do?
So we're going to be able to take this onto this, but we're going to add a little more.
You might add a little bit more. So you think we should say, I can write a rough draft using my research, maybe?
Yeah.
That'd be perfect. I can write.
You all can do it every thumb up.
Oh, dope.
Double thumbs up. So I can write a rough draft using my research.
It's going to be a little rough. Is that okay? Will we fix that up?
Oh, yeah, we will. So let's say that together. Repeat after me. I can write a rough draft using my research. So this is what I'm going to expect you guys to be able to do at the end of this lesson, and I think you guys are perfectly capable of doing that. Now, we've been talking a lot about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., right? Our favorite person, me and Miss Hobson's favorite person ever, right? And I have already showed you guys how I completed my notes, right? I did all my research, and here's my notes. I done this with you guys the other day. Now I'm going to show you how we're going to take that information that we've been researching and transfer it onto our rough draft. You ready for that?
Sure.
Haley, will you grab the lights for me, please? All right, let's take a look over here. Bless you. Wait for it to come up. That likes to get in the way. All right, here we go. Here's all my information and research that I have done on Martin Luther King Jr. Now I'm ready to write my rough draft report. So first, what's the first thing it says I need to do? Olivia? Right, that's my title of my biography, right? I always have to include, Devin had a title for my biography report, right? So my title is just going to be Martin Luther King Jr. Perfect. By, who's writing this? Miss Daniels is writing this. But that'll be your name. Now, look at this. It says, blank was born on month, day, year. You guys all researched that, right? So how am I going to look over here on my notes and figure out what information I need to write down? So take a look at my notes. Where does it tell me that information? When he was born. Annabelle?
The square where it says born and died.
Right, so I'm going to write Martin was born on, who can tell me the month? Claire? January. January what? What day? It's right up here for you. Brendan? $15th. What year? This was a very important day. Marin? 1929. Perfect. Then I'm going to write Martin, because it says name a person. Job was, and I left a blank space for you guys. What was his job? If you look right here, it says, what is this person's job? You guys did all this research on. What was his job?
Peacemaker.
Martin what? Martin's job was minister. You write ministering. And he was a peacemaker. So we're just using the notes and writing complete sentences now into our rough draft. Next it says, he or she is famous, so I would say he. He is famous because, why is he so famous? What made him so famous? Claire?
His eye had a dream.
Yeah, he is famous because his I have a dream speech. And maybe in my final draft, I can even go beyond that and say why that dream speech was so important, right? What did it do? What did it help do? That big S word that we just talked about earlier when we talked about Rosa Parks. This is really important. I hope you guys know it. Madison? Segregation. It helped end segregation. Good. Oh, yeah. Now, we're going to start writing down our facts. I learned several facts about, who am I writing about again? Martin Luther King. So I learned several facts about Martin Luther King Jr. One fact I learned about what's one fact down here that I learned while researching him? So one fact I learned about Martin is, who can tell me one fact? It doesn't have to be on my paper. It could be one that you know too. What are some facts that you guys know about him? Cora? Good. Is he led?
It's a second grade class, unless you're wondering if you were in a fifth grade.
He led the bus boycott. Do you know who that was inspired by? We just talked about her. Who was that inspired by?
Rosa Parks.
So we can include that. Inspired by Rosa Parks.
I like that word inspired. That's a good purple word, guys.
Oh, yeah.
These people that you usually are researching are inspiring, right?
And do you guys notice something? You know how we did those transition words with our how-to books? We said first, second, then. Haley, I need your eyes up here. Or we could say that after that, first, finally, next, all those good transition words. I've already included those for you guys. They're right here. One fact is another fact. So these are very important to make sure you write that in your final draft after we do that. But I just wanted to point that out to you guys that they're still included in here. So what's another fact that I learned about Martin? Someone new. It's right up here. And we learned a lot too. Someone new, raise your hand. What's another fact that I can write down? Claire? Good. Another fact is he married Coretta Scott. Good.
How many children did he have?
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, we can even put that. He married Coretta Scott and had how many? 4
I was writing this.
children.
Like when you're revising, would you then maybe put that one before the other one? Like keep them sort of like on a timeline, kind of? You could do that as well.
You definitely could. Then on the back, there's just a little bit more information. Finally, there's another important transition word. Finally, I learned that. What's one of the last facts that I learned?
About Dr. King.
What's one of the last facts? Dev? He died. Well, that's going to be included next, but
He didn't really die, though, right? Or what happened? He died, but
He got assassinated.
yeah. Finally, I learned that Martin was assassinated, sadly. In closing, that's another transition word. In closing, name a person. Who is it again? Martin died on. Who can tell me the day that he died? In what month did he die? Lydia? April. What's the day? Elizabeth? Yep. And what year, Elizabeth? In closing, Martin died on April 4th, 1968. Then it says name a person again. Martin's actions have shaped the world in which we live in and will always be remembered. Right? That's what our big goal is. That's what all biography is about. They have all shaped this world in some way, and he will always be remembered, right? We always still learn about him. That's why we have no school, too. All right, you guys did good on that. That's what you guys are going to be doing today. You're just going to be taking your notes and transferring onto your rough draft. Haley, can you grab the lights? So does everybody think they understand what they're going to be doing today? Yeah. What are you going to be using to write your rough draft? What are you going to be using? Raise your hand. Emma? Your My Notes research page. Correct. You guys will have the rest of the time until we go to recess. Hopefully it stays nice out so we can go outside for recess. You guys will have the rest of the time to finish your biography rough draft. I would like this completed by today because you just have to fill in some spots, right? Then this will help you when we start writing our final drafts tomorrow, or editing tomorrow, and then write our final drafts.
Can we get a Chromebook?
Nope, you had already done all your research, so we don't need the Chromebooks today. But I'm again just show you guys what it's going to look like at the end. So after you finish your rough draft, just like I showed you, we're going to start editing.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to start editing tomorrow. Then we're going to write a final report. It's going to look just like this. You guys are going to have to write it all. But remember, this is really going to be important. It's going to help you.
Who colored that picture?
Yeah. And then you guys are going to create this really cool lap book. I'm super excited.
But you colored that.
Yeah, I did this.
You are good at it.
Thank you.
But you drew it.
So, hocus pocus.
Everybody focus.
One thing that we did not include on the rough draft are these 3 character traits. We are going to wait to do that until we do our lap book because I created this really cool chart that says character traits. Then you guys are going to write the ones that you found out that described your person and draw a little picture with it. I drew some little emojis with it. So you guys don't have to include that in your rough draft, but you guys will have to include it on your final book report, okay? So, yep. Let me give last directions. Okay, this is writing time, so should it be quiet or loud in here?
Quiet.
It should be quiet so everybody has the chance to concentrate, right? And I'm going to pull some groups up there to my table to work with me, and I'll help you guys out, okay?
Okay.
All right, do you have a question?
No, but Ruby Bridges, she had 4 kids just like Martin Luther King.
Oh, you made a connection. I like it. And you guys are going to be able to teach us all about the person that you're researching. We're going to have a day on that. Me and Ms. Hobson's got to figure that out still, but
You're gonna have like a living museum where you tell us about.
because you guys are going to be very proud of your ending work, and I'm going to be very proud of you. So I want you guys the remaining of time to do your rough draft. Capiche?
Okay.
All right, you guys may begin working. Quietly, please.
Writers. All right, Austin.
Zachary and Harley, I'm going to work with you too. You guys can come on here, back to the back with me. Please get started. Put your chair down. I don't want you to fall. Why don't you get your biography and look that up again? Because I don't think he died in the same year. Yeah. Why don't you get your book out? Oh. We can come
Put it
over.
over here that way.
You guys can come over here work with me at my table.
Go ahead, boys. You're pretty close up.
It's okay.
All voice activated there. With them. But I'm going to help you and this one.
All right, boys. Oh, look, you've already started. Good.
Because you're on National
All right, buddy. Huh? Yeah, you can come over here. Do you need help? Do you still have your books? Because I don't think you are finished with this. Go grab your books. Okay. All right. Where's your My Notes page? Okay, perfect. All right, just start filling it out. So you have Martin Luther King Jr. Don't forget that.
This is where I need help. I just write JR.
JR. JR, not TR.
Oh. TR.
It's okay.
Because you wrote TR up there.
No, I wrote GR. Look. It just didn't look like it, I guess. Okay. Start finding another fact about him. Start looking in here.
TR. I couldn't see the G.
Once you start looking, I'll help you in 1 second, okay?
Who's doing, Bill?
Okay. Ready? So who's your person? So write Martin. You don't have to write his full name. He's got a long name.
Daniel. I didn't write them on my other one. This.
Go get your books then.
There's not the exact date for the
Month and day.
for
Sojourner Truth. Let's see if we can search it up. Fill this in. Was born on. You have all your information right there. Start filling it in.
I don't know what to do here.
Why was he famous? You wrote it right here. Just fill that in. No. You said Martin was born on January 15th. 15th is the day. 1929. Martin's job was ministering, and he was a peacemaker. Remember, that's what we said? Yeah.
I forget what you write at this part.
If that was just his job, her job. So Ruby's, make sure you capitalize this R. It's a name. Ruby's job was a travel agent, period. That's just an extra line then. She is famous for. All these prompts are right here. What is famous for? Then you're going to write your 1 fact, 2 facts, 3 facts. Okay? If you need any more help, let me know. So he was ministering, and what else could we say he was? He was a peacemaker. So write and peacemaker. No, you gotta actually write out it. Like January. Who do you have? Sojourner Truth?
Yeah.
All right, let's search her up.
January.
Just write on the board.
I have it right here.
So she was born. Can you guys go back to your desks and raise your hand? I'll be right there.
I don't know where my books are. They're not in them. And
Oh, I gave them to across the hall. What did you need?
I needed to know.
It doesn't have an exact day, so you can just write the year. Okay.
They didn't put the month I was born.
Who do you have again?
January.
See when she was born. February 4th, 1913.
Remember, you have your biography
They didn't
books
tell
on your
me my
copies.
books. When he was like the date.
Who do you have?
George Washington.
No, I'll come over to your desk. Do you have an extra biography page by chance? Miss Gideon, if I can. Sorry, right at the bottom. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm sure I do somewhere. Let me get through it. January what? January.
Use your notes.
Yep, it's all right in front of you.
That's a big thing in third grade too. It's you have to go back.
Yeah, I don't think I do have another one. I've only printed out 26 for the kids.
Savannah? Maybe?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second, please. Can you go to your desk and raise your hand?
I'll go ahead and manage. If you have a question, what do you do?
What did you need again?
George Washington.
George Washington Carver, when he was born?
What, like the day?
Let's see. It just says January 1864. So you can just write January 1864. That's fine. Okay. All right. You don't have to write it out like that. No, you're fine. January 15th, write the day, the number 15. Look, you have this on your paper. Use it. 15th, what year? Look, it's on your paper. It says born. What day is this?
1929.
Perfect. Write it right here. Nope. Use the headings. It says year. Perfect. Okay. Name of person, Martin. Let's hear you're doing it on right. No, the period's already included. Perfect. Okay. Says he is famous because. What did we write about? Why is he famous?
Because he had a dream speech.
Perfect. Write that on there. Okay, Martin, job, possibly as Martin's job was. What was his job? Right here, look. Job.
Job. Minister.
Yep, and?
Peacemaker.
What else did you write? Peacemaker. So ministering. And he was a peacemaker. Lowercase m.
Oh.
It's not the beginning of a sentence.
Do I write these lines?
Yeah, they're like quotes because it's I have a dream speech.
So I'll just ask him.
In your bucket, you have your George Washington bucket.
Oh, why did I write P?
I'm confused. It doesn't look like you're saying it, which is really weird because you have the birth date written down here.
Okay, you can keep going. Then
Minister.
I learned several facts about what's his name.
Martin Luther King.
Write it.
And then.
And ministering. What makes that ing?
And.
ing. And Was ministering, and he was. No, you have another line down here. He was. Okay, I learned several facts about Martin Luther King Jr. One fact I learned about Martin, write his name again. Yeah. You can just write just Martin. Yeah, he's got a really long name. Is, and write down one of your facts. Look, they're right here. Just write. No, it already has is. Look. One fact I learned about Martin is, and then just transfer it onto here.
Peacemaker.
Perfect. He is famous because. What's he famous for?
I have egg juice.
Yeah, you can say because of his. No, it already has because. Right there. Right, because of his. Write this. Of his. I have a dream speech. You did okay?
Randall, make me write this right there.
Alexa.
Why?
When was Bessie Coleman born?
Thank you. I have a dream speech. She comes in handy.
For that kind of stuff?
Oh, yeah.
It's invaluable.
Oh, yeah. Period. Perfect. Okay. I learned several important facts about, what's his name?
Martin. Is that T?
You just put Martin.
T-T.
Yeah.
Martin's kind of short.
He married Coretta Scott. Yep, just 2 T's at the last.
Do I write both or not?
Both what? Yeah, then you'll go to the next line and says another fact is.
Okay.
Okay. One fact I learned about Martin, right, Martin? Is. What'd you learn?
He got married to Coretta. I want to check this.
Just write that on these next 2 lines right here. Write that. All right, keep working. I'm going to go check around everybody else, and I'll be right back. Yeah.
It doesn't say the day on
She doesn't know where I went.
that one you move and just check it.
Okay, what?
It doesn't say the day on it.
Okay, if it doesn't say the date, just write 1818. That's fine. Some of them don't have it. Yes? What? The year? That's a big important one. You should be able to get the year. Let's ask Alexa, or we can ask Siri, wherever she's at. I don't know where that thing's going.
Oh, it's because it's turned around backwards. You must have turned it. There it goes.
When was Sally
Yeah, if you turn it
ride?
I don't know if it was like.
Go raise your hand. I'll be right over there. What do you need? 1951. 19. Oh, it says she was. You have Sally Ride. Is that who you have? She was born in May 26, 1951. Not July.
Sewing the first one. That's why she's actually put it. So she was a seamstress.
Elizabeth, what are you doing?
What do I write down? What do I write down?
Okay. Focus, honey. Focus.
What's the D for?
Period.
Oh, it's name. Yeah, it's not.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Does the D go with the name?
What?
D go here or like does
He got married to Coretta Scott. Another fact is he was named Man of the Year in the Times Magazine. Okay. Another fact is, what's another fact that we wrote down when we researched together?
He was
named man of
the year award.
in sound it out. Have a seat. I'll be right there. Oh, thank you, baby. Times Magazine. So write that here. Okay. Did you figure out the day she died? So this is the name of your person. So you're right. Sally.
What was her job?
Was born on May 26, 1951. Sally's job was, what was her job? You got it right here. What was her job? Astronaut. Can you say that? Yep. What else did you say?
Space. Go to next.
So she was an astronaut who went to space. Okay, you can write that. So Sally's job was, write what you wrote here. This is the day that she died here. I'm going to write it down for you. July 23rd, you had that right, 2012. So that was kind of recent. Perfect. You doing okay, Randy?
Betsy Ross's
Perfect.
job was...
Good work, Dev. Yes.
Thank you.
What? Okay, I think you can get a little bit more out of you. You're not writing you're not writing the character traits, and you write facts.
I forget what I wrote here.
And then maybe you should get your book and find another fact, because I know you can write more than that.
I think he's cute.
Okay, that's not what we're doing right now, but yes. As a boy, he looks kind of cute. Capitalized Franklin, was born in 1706. Frank Ben, that's his name, not Franklin. Franklin's his last name. Ben's his first name.
Oh.
Ben's job was, look what his job was. You said it right here. What is it?
Inventor.
Inventor. Perfect. All right, Andrew, let's talk. Are you doing okay? So let's see. The Wright brothers was born on, did you not find the day or the month?
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize.
Okay. The camera's not seeing me.
So the Wright brothers were born on, you may write them down for you?
Sure.
Okay.
I get up right there.
Did you know that there was two of them?
Yeah.
So you know their names? What was their names? Wilbur
Orville
and Wilbur. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wilbur was born on April 16th, 1867. Boys, come on.
When was Wilbur?
Do you want to come over to the desk where work with me? Grab your research paper and you can come work with me too. He's one of my focus students. No, he doesn't, but
I got you. Yep. Finally, I learned that what? I don't know what you've learned. So it says here, Martin is, one fact I learned about, and you can always say Dr. King too, because you can say Dr. King he got married to Coretta Scott. He was named Man of the Year in Times Magazine. What did he do in between then, guys? What was he trying to do? Put it in your own words. What was he really famous for? Not just the speech, but for
finally
what?
I learned that.
Dr. King was important. Why? He helped.
He helped.
All people have
Look.
civil rights.
Wilbur was born on April 16th. So finally I learned that. What do you want to write? Finally I learned that. What was he trying to do?
He was trying to
What's that big S word that we've been talking about?
see?
Segregation. So finally I learned that Martin was doing what? Was trying to, or Martin wanted, how about we say wanted?
Well, we still have to write all of it down on this.
Yes, we'll get there. Martin wanted to end segregation. Write that on that line. Finally, I learned that.
Top line?
Yeah, finally I learned that Martin wanted to end segregation. Okay, did you see that? And then, did you see that his birthday was August 19th, 1980? Or 1871? Did you get that his? The other one? Orville?
Okay, so like this right here. George Washington.
1871.
So you have the month, the day, week. Okay. What was his birthday?
Oh, there it is. I was right there.
Oh, you did have it.
Yeah. And
Okay, let's go back to your front page now. Let's fix a few things.
and
So April,
Look here.
since you have 2, I'll work with you when we do our final draft in 2 days, because you're going to have to write the Wright brothers, or you can write Orville was born on, and Wilbur was born on.
I'm gonna go do
What are you guys doing? Oh, okay. So, Orville was born on April 16th, 1867. Wilbur, that's Wilbur. Got confusing because you have 2 of them.
Okay.
But I knew you could do it. So Wilbur and Orville, August. And we'll fix this. This is just a sloppy copy, right?
Yeah.
We'll fix it when we do our final one.
Okay.
Okay. You can write the Wright brothers. You write the Wright brothers. Finish writing this?
I did. We did. Yeah.
Okay. Look at the next one. It says, in closing, name a person. Who's your name? What's the name?
Martin Luther King.
Write it. So, Wright brothers. Job was, what do they do?
Yeah.
Built planes and sold bicycles. Perfect. They were, you can write they,
Okay. Now
were,
they.
hold on 1 second, famous for building airplanes. Great.
When he
I
died.
learned several facts about Orville and Wilbur. One fact to learn about the Wright brothers is the Wright brothers opened a bicycle shop. When their father traveled for work, he brought home presents.
Because there weren't a lot of other
Perfect.
positions.
If you want to write your other facts down here in complete sentences, I'll help you transfer that onto your final copy, because you have a lot more to write than lines on this.
Okay.
So if you want to write,
He died.
so this is your first fact right here, all of that is?
Yeah.
Okay, so start your other sentence by another fact
1960.
is, comma, write your other fact,
19.
then I'll help you go from there. You're doing great, Andrew.
I know that.
All right.
You're doing good. When he died.
Excuse me, I'm going to climb over you.
Died
But I wouldn't make that a requirement.
I didn't put the month.
What, I'm sorry?
I would say that a lot of them are homeless, but I wouldn't make that a rule to go outside since they haven't been outside.
No, I'm not going to do that to him. Yeah, no. Hocus pocus! Everybody focus! I need pencils down in your beautiful eyes up here, please. Okay, I know some of you guys are not finished, and that's okay. We'll continue working on them tomorrow. So when I say go, you're going to put these in your writing folders, and then I'm going to wrap this up. So go, put them in your blue writing folders, please. Yeah.
I didn't put the month where she died.
Remind me tomorrow, and I will help you find it, I promise.
Sorry,
Oh, you are doing perfect. You guys are all doing amazing.
Can we put those papers inside here?
Yeah, that'd be perfect. I appreciate how Zach Nestico cleaned up quickly and given me his attention. Thank you. You may clip up. Just put them in your blue writing folder. Just put all of it in there.
Thank you, Miss Daniels.
Thank you. You did so good.
I almost finished.
I know. You were working hard, too. I appreciate it. Put them back in your reading folder.
Good job, Andrew.
It's doing great.
Keep
Oh, Devin's table is ready to go. Thank you, guys. And Annabelle's table is? All right. You guys were working so hard today. I'm just very proud of you. I know there's a few little things that we need to fix up tomorrow, and I promise we'll review it, and I'll help each one of you, and me and Ms. Hobson will get to each one of you. And these are going to be perfect, I promise. But first, I'm going to ask you guys, before we got to recess, to just do a little self-evaluation. So I want you to close your eyes and put your fist on your heart and just listen for directions. So close your eyes so nobody else can see what you're doing. Put your fist in your heart. I want you to give me a thumbs up if you feel good about writing your final draft and you don't need any more help. Or a thumbs down if tomorrow you would like help from me or Ms. Hobson. Remember, nobody else can see this but me. Thumbs up if you feel good about it. Thumbs down if you still need more work and help tomorrow. Perfect. I appreciate you guys being very honest, and I will get to everybody tomorrow that still would like some help, okay? All right. If you sit at Annabelle's table, you may go outside for recess. Samira's table, you may walk outside for recess.
I handpicked this student to you, so y'all know.
Zach Jessica may walk, table may walk out for recess. Parents' table may walk outside for recess. Whoa, careful. Okay, put your writing stuff in your folder and we'll catch up tomorrow. Are you leaving? Yeah. Aww. Okay, pack up and then you go outside and get recess.
Tell me what I need to do. And the orange folder?
Writing folder, yes.
Over here?